Subtraction. This is the concrete method for counting back. This is the concrete method, so I will be using some objects to help me. Small objects like cubes are the best for this method. If you don't have any cubes at home, Lego pieces are good, or even things in your cupboard like dry beans or sweets. Here, the number sentence is 6 minus 2 equals. Look at my calculation symbol. Remember to use its many different names, not just the same one. So a real life story for this could be, there were 6 birds on the fence, but 2 flew away. There are left. To start, count out 6 objects and line them up in a group above your number line or number track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Double check you have the number you were meant to start with, 6. Now subtract 2 by counting backwards on the number line or number track. Every time you jump back, remove one of the objects. Whatever number you land on after counting backwards is the answer to the problem. So I start with 6 and I want to jump back once by removing that object. I've removed 1. I'm now going to remove the second one and jump back, and I've taken away 2. And I've landed on the number 4. So the answer to this problem, 6 subtract 2 equals 4. Going back to my sentence, there were 6 birds on the fence, but 2 flew away. There are 4 left. Moving on to the pictorial method of the same problem, 6 take away 2. Here are my sentences again. 6 subtract 2 equals, and there were 6 birds on the fence, but 2 flew away. There are left. Above my number track, I have drawn 6 squares, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've drawn squares because they remind me of the cubes I used earlier, but they can be any shape, even dots. I start on the number 6 and I jump backwards and cross out 1 square. Jump, cross out. I jump backwards again and cross out that square. And I've landed on the number 4 and I have 4 squares remaining. So my sentence now reads, 6 subtract 2 equals 4, and there were 6 birds on the fence, but 2 flew away. There are 4 left. You can use this fact to later solve 60 subtract 20. My sentences this time is 6 subtract 2 equals 4, so 60 subtract 20 equals This time, my number line, or it could be a number track, is going up in tens. My drawings now represent tens. I start with 60, jump back to 50, cross out one of my tens. I jump back, cross out one of my tens. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tens left. So 60 subtract 20 is 40. And hopefully you should see the link between these two sentences. Saying them out loud will really help you. Moving on to my abstract method for counting back. This is for when your child feels confident with the concrete and pictorial stages for this method. They may be able to solve 6 subtract 2 in an abstract way, perhaps counting back in their heads or using a blank number line. Using a blank number line is a good place to start. Draw a number line like I've done and mark your first number, which is 6. Draw 2 backward jumps and fill in the numbers to find the answer. 1, backwards to 5, 2, backwards to 4. It's really important that you don't rush to this stage because when we count back in our heads, most of us do actually visualise a number line. This is where knowing the order of numbers backwards and forwards is really important. It's also important to stress that during the concrete and pictorial stage, your child uses both vertical and horizontal number lines. Counting down on a vertical number line will later support learning how to read bar charts and measure things like liquids and temperature. So put your first number in your head, which is 6, count back using your fingers, 1, 2, and you should have 4 left. I'm going to fill in my number sentence, 6 subtract 2 equals 4. You can do exactly the same thing using your fingers, but this time representing tens. 60 subtract 20 equals... You're showing 6 fingers, each finger representing 10, counting back 1 10, 2 tens, and you've got 4 tens left. So 60 subtract 20 equals 40.